You know what bath salts are? And no, I'm not talking about the ones you put in your tub. This bath salt is a synthetic form and has similar effects to cocaine or methamphetamine. It's being labeled as dangerous and hazardous. Fulton Police Chief Steve Myers says his department is becoming more familiar with it.
Well, technically, it's a synthetic drug that presently is not illegal in the state of Missouri. But we're also seeing quite a few synthetic drugs on the market today that aren't illegal. Now, most of all these packaging will say that it's not for human consumption, but then that certainly doesn't stop people from using it.
The drug is also sold under aliases like Ivory Wave, Bolivian Bath, Cloud 9, and Blue Silk, just to name a few. It is also sometimes called White Bliss or White Lightning.
There's two ways to ingest it. They crush it up into a powdery form and snort it. And they also liquefy it with other substances and inject it. I understand that are the two main ways that you can use the bath salt. Just eating it or swallowing it really doesn't give much reaction from what I understand.
I picked up this bath salt called White Lady at a local gas station in Columbia. It looks like cocaine, and you can purchase it at truck stops, smoke shops, and even online. Now, it costs between $30 and $50 per package, depending on the amount you want to buy. A key ingredient in the salt is a chemical compound called MDPV. Packaging even says not labeled for human consumption. It's a psychoactive drug that has stimulant qualities which can cause side effects like violent, rapid heart rate, hallucinations, suicides, and even death. So far, bath salts have been linked to 3 deaths in Missouri, one in St. Charles, another in Kansas City, and another in St. Joseph. According to the National Poison Control Center, more than 300 calls have been made in regards to bath salts in 2011. The Missouri Poison Control has received 87 calls this year, about 5 times more than last year.
Well, I think a big issue is public safety. We're getting reports almost daily of individuals that are in the hospital. There are people that have died from the bath salts already in the state of Missouri.
8 states have already banned the salts. Some are Louisiana, Florida, North Dakota, and Washington. Now Missouri may join them. Representative Ward France sponsored legislation that expands the definition of synthetic drugs.
We include some terms like indoles and analogs and homologs, which to the average person don't make sense, but to a chemist, when you tweak the compound like one molecule, you would make an analog of that compound. So that's how these individuals are getting around the law.
Columbia police say they know of 2 stores in town that sell the salts, Retroactive and Sinclair's gas station on Range Line. The use of the drug in Missouri seems to be growing in popularity, especially among male teens and others in their mid-20s. Bokomo Bay owner Kevin Bay says he doesn't carry the drugs because it's not safe for his customers.
I just don't believe in bath salts, and I care about our customers. And I don't need a law to not carry them. It's personal ethics. Again, responsibility with freedom.
But he's also worried that the new legislation will shut his doors because it's not specific enough. Representative Ward France insists the new law would eliminate much of the problem because stores wouldn't be allowed to sell the drugs.
For those that are selling it, you know, you're doing this for the wrong reasons. You're putting lives in danger to make $1, to make $1. And I think that's wrong. And I'm just pleading with them to stop, because